Hi everyone, this is Juno Dawson. Welcome to another round of Ask Juno, your weekly Agony Aunt slot where I will attempt to solve your problems. Do keep them coming to hello@junodawson.com. I have 2 more problems left, so do send me some more. This week's problem comes from Carrie Sadshaw. Here we go. Hello Juno, I need some guidance. I'm a lesbian, not me, Carrie. I'm a lesbian and still young and I get very nervous. I want to tell my family, but I'm scared. We are not a religious family, nor are my relatives homophobic. I just have bad anxiety. I want to find some support, but I'm also scared to try and find an LGBTQ support group nearby or at my school. I have also been very depressed lately since I've told a few supportive friends, but I'm very scared to come out otherwise. If I keep these negative emotions inside until I am older, even for another year or so, I don't think I will be able to hide my sadness. How can I gain confidence? What can I do anyway? So sorry to bother you. Well, number 1, you're not bothering me at all. Number 2, since This Book Is Gay came out, nearly all the letters I get are about, I think I might be LGBT. How can I come out to my friends and family? And the problem is there is no one-size-fits-all way to coming out. Every single time it's different, and it has to be right for you. What I will say is this, for me, is when we talk about privilege, and on the internet we talk about privilege all the time, for me, the big privilege that straight and cisgender people have over LGBT people is they don't have that fear of rejection. Yeah, we can be worried about people rejecting us, but these, we do hear big stories of people who are rejected by their friends and family when they come out as LGBT. However, it is super, super rare. Sometimes at show there might be a difficult patch. When I came out as trans, it was not a walk in the park. Some of my family really struggled to get their head around the fact there was going to be such a big change, But these things take time. But here's my little practical coming outy tips. So number 1, you've got to pick your moment. Sort of like announcing it in the middle of Greg's the Baker might not be the way forward. Mum, I would like a sausage roll. Also, I'm a lesbian. Maybe not there. Pick a time. Do word it in such a way that there's no ambiguity. Don't be like, so I have a friend who I think might be a lesbian. What would you think about that? I would say, don't do that because you might not get the response you want, and that might really set you back if your parents were to sort of go, oh, how awful for her family, I feel terrible. That's actually going to set you back. Be honest, be upfront, and don't say, I think I might, or, I've met someone. Don't make it about another person. This is about you. So say very simply, explain the story. I think for 2 or 3 years now, I'm pretty certain that when it comes to dating, I'm attracted to, or if it's about your gender, for the last couple of years, I've strongly felt that I would like to identify as male, female, non-binary. Again, don't make it about a friend, don't make it about a boyfriend or a girlfriend, just make it about you. But here's the important thing. Because you've been dealing with this for 2 or 3 years, you have to remember that very often your parents or friends might not have. So this is totally new information, and you do have to give them a bit of time to process. My parents are still processing the trans thing, and they've had a good 18 months, 2 years to be dealing with it. So you can't expect it to be like pulling off a plaster and for it to be immediately okay. So it might very well be that when you give them the information, and it's possible you could give them some information off websites, or you could even give them This Book Is Gay, then back off. You might need to back off and give them some time to deal, and then to have it sink in. I think when you initially tell friends and family about a new identity, it's a bit like the sky is falling and they're going to expect a big, rapid change. I think my mum did think that, one day I was sat there with a beard. I think she thought that I would go away for 10 minutes and then come back looking like this. Whereas obviously, these things have, it's been like a year now. So do bear in mind that you might have to give your parents and friends a bit of time, and that there might be, for want of a better word, a transition period. And that's fine. You've had time to deal with this, and they might need time to deal with it as well. However, what I would say is, and Carrie has pointed out, this sadness, there is so much to look forward to. Once you get past the coming out bit, which is the hardest bit, there is so much to look forward to on the other side. There are good dates and bad dates. There are great girlfriends and great boyfriends and bad boyfriends and ill-advised boyfriends and ill-advised girlfriends. But all of these things, you are living the life you are meant to be living. And that's an exciting thing. So what I would say is, even if you're not ready to come out yet, focus on the good things that are waiting for you on the other side. Because it could be hard work in the interim, but actually there's a lot to look forward to. And actually, once you get past the hurdle of coming out, and for me, coming out as trans was a big hurdle. I was dreading it. It was awful, and I'm a grown-up. Actually, once I got over it, it felt like this huge weight had been lifted. And actually, I think very often what we're anxious about is not the life we're going to have. It's actually just doing a horrible job. But I know it's a tedious comparison, but it is a little bit like going to the dentist, that you will dread it, it will be painful and distressing, there will be fingers in your mouth. No, that's not true. But once you've been, you will feel better and your teeth will look nice as well. I've somehow lost the metaphor. Basically, coming out can be incredibly stressful. It can be quite painless actually as well. But the dread of coming out often is worse than the actual coming out itself. Good luck, Harry. Believe me that on the other side of coming out, you have a whole, genuine, authentic life to look forward to. When people say, do you think I should come out? The overall advice is always yes. I can't give you individual advice about when to do it and how to do it, but it is always better to live a life free from fear and free from shadows and hiding and shame. It's always better to get it all out in the open and live the life that is yours. It's your life to take, so take it. I hope that helps. Keep your problems coming, and I'll be back next week with another Ask Juno. Until then, bye for now.